they're two siblings, two sisters. We have an older child who, she's now 6. When she first came to us, she was only 4, so we've had 2 birthdays with her. She has additional needs. She's non-mobile, non-verbal. She has epilepsy, which is controlled with medication, so that is not an issue. As I've already mentioned, she has, it's actually dyskinetic cerebral palsy with central hypertonia. So it's just basically, the dyskinetic cerebral palsy is a stiffness and floppiness of the muscles. So basically she can spasm. And the central hypertonia just means that it's coming from that type of part of our brain. She also has epilepsy, which again, as I've said, is controlled through medication. With regards to other additional needs that she has an unsafe swallow. So although you can give her little tasty bits like maybe a spoonful or 2 of yoghurt or ice cream, it has to be of a certain consistency. She can't have liquids. Any liquid that she has to be thickened with a special thickener that I've got. But otherwise, if you give her yogurts or ice cream, just little tasty bits. But our main feeding, our main nutrition goes directly into her tummy via a peg. She has an adorable smile. And if she's unhappy, she'll whinge. So she'll whinge if she's unhappy. She'll smile and giggle if she's happy. Again, she communicates with eye gaze. You can give her a choice of 2 things and she'll look at the one that she wants. So she can communicate in her own little way and she's getting better. She is developing.
Vera does the majority of the looking after care with the older one. And I take care of the younger one, the more mobile, full-on one. She is a full-on 4-year-old now. She was with us, she came when she was 2. So we've had 2 birthdays with her as well. And basically, yeah, she's because her sister doesn't talk, the younger one makes up for it, basically. She can talk for England. She, again, is just as adorable as her sister. She's got a very, very, very bouncy personality. She's very happy.
She's very caring.
Very caring. She loves to care for dolls.
But she's also very caring with the older sister.
Yes.
Because the older sister now is peg fed. She was already fed when she first came to us, but because she has an unsafe swallow, it was deemed that tube feeding would be a safer option, which it is. And certain things that I need to do when I'm dealing with the tube feeding and stuff, the younger one, I'll sort of check over it. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. And I'm like, thank you, darling. That's wonderful. I'm doing it right, am I?
Getting her seal of approval.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yes. She has to be there.
Yes. She likes to have a nose in things, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You know, she watches you prepare sort of meds and things and like meals and what have you.
She's finding herself. I think before both girls came to us, it seems to me that the youngest one seemed to think that possibly she was just like a little add-on, because the older one got all the attention, and because she does have all these needs, the older one was getting all the attention. And I think the younger one used to think, well, I'll just wait for my turn. Whereas now, she'll not wait for her turn. She will be in there, she will be in your face, and she'll be like, no, I want such and such, and and even sort of sometimes when I'm here on my own, because most of the time we've got both of us, but if I'm here on my own and the younger one wants something, and I'll say, well, can you just wait 2 minutes while I do this with your sister? And she'll be like, well, can I help then? And she'll want to help. She can't just be like left. She won't just wait. She has to help. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, she's progressing really well.
Well, indoors they love being read to and singing, don't they?
Yeah. They like anything quite vocal and musical.
But during the nicer weather, both of them love being outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're lucky enough, we've got a nice big garden and
got a trampoline.
We've got a trampoline for them. just this summer we've actually got some like swings for them, because the younger one loves her swings, and we've got like a nest swing for the disabled girl to swing in, and she loves that as well, doesn't she?
And again, she's the little tinker, because even though it's a little nest swing that you lie on, she's worked out that if she wriggles to the side, it tips a bit. So, yeah, I mean, you would never leave her on her own anyway, but just like, you can just like, I thought, no, wiggling on to the side. No, back in the middle. And she's wiggling on the other side. No, back in the middle.
All the time she's giving you this big smile, you know.
Just honestly. The older one needs to have certain things at certain times, like medication has to be on a certain time, well, before a certain time in the morning, and hopefully before a certain time on an evening. So they've got to have like sort of resilience to be able to do things in a set way, but they've also got to be caring, because you can't look after the pair of them without being able to love and understand them. So they've got to be loving, caring, resilient, and any family needs to be patient with each other. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be
afraid to ask for help.
If you feel as though,
I mean, there's many a time I've had something happen with the older one, and I've thought, no, I don't know whether that's normal. I don't know whether that's normal for her, or whether that's normal for a child with cerebral palsy. Is that just something? And you've got to reach out to somebody who you think would know the answer. And even if they don't know the answer, they'll probably know somebody who does. So don't be afraid to, I wouldn't say don't be afraid to make a mistake, but don't be afraid to think, I need to ask advice for that. Because I've had to. In the year and a bit that we've had them, I've had to ask lots of professionals, is this normal? Am I doing this right? If for any reason they were to be split up, I would be very disappointed, because I don't know how either of them would come to terms with that, because they've always had each other, they've always been together, and I think if they were split up, it would take a lot of therapy sort of thing to sort of get them through that, and I just don't think it's an option. I think they should be together if possible.
They've been through so much together in my short lives, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they've gone through, and it's just a case of like they're still together. They're a good support for each other. They're a wonderful.
They are each other's consistency.
Yes.
They're their constant.
Yeah.
Each other are their constant.
Yeah.
So.
Through all the changing things that they've been through, and the one thing that they've had is each other, and that's been quite evident that it's played its part.
Go for it. Oh my God, go for it.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're missing until you've had them. They're just... people will be put off possibly by the additional needs, and the fact that the older one comes with a younger full-on sibling, but they'll give you so much in return. I would say just go for it. You don't know what you're missing until you've tried it, because they're lush.
And it's a bit like, it might feel a bit like diving in the deep end, you know, and hoping you can swim type of thing. You've got to have faith in yourself, and I think, you know, these girls deserve somebody who is brave enough to take that initial plunge, and they won't regret it at the end of the day. There'll be times when they'll be thinking, gosh, this is wearing, and it is, to be perfectly honest. We go through that, and it is wearing, but there's so much happiness that they're bringing, and there's so much they can give you in return. It's to keep them happy and to keep them safe and doing well, and they are worth all the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.